As we grow older, sleep becomes more than a daily rest. For seniors over 65, sleep is a powerful tool for healing, memory retention, and regulating key bodily systems like the heart and brain. But what many don't realize is how strongly evening eating habits can impact the quality and safety of that sleep. Certain foods, though common, can quietly disrupt sleep patterns, strain the digestive system, and even contribute to nighttime cardiovascular events. For seniors, what you eat before bed can determine whether your body enters a deep, restorative sleep or a restless, risky state that leaves you feeling worse in the morning than the night before. This is especially critical for aging adults whose bodies are no longer as resilient to spikes in blood pressure, erratic glucose levels, or late-night digestive distress. One food in particular, discussed later in this list, has been associated with increased incidence of heart attacks during sleep, especially among individuals over 65. Understanding which foods to avoid before bed could mean the difference between peaceful sleep and a dangerous episode that goes unnoticed until it's too late. The first food to avoid is chocolate, especially dark chocolate. While often praised for its antioxidants and cardiovascular benefits, chocolate before bed is not a friend to older adults. Dark chocolate contains significant amounts of caffeine and a lesser-known stimulant called theobromine. These compounds can increase heart rate, cause alertness, and trigger anxiety in sensitive individuals. For a senior, even a small square of dark chocolate after dinner can be enough to delay the onset of sleep or lead to frequent waking during the night. In addition to its stimulant properties, chocolate is also acidic. When consumed too close to bedtime, it can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle that keeps stomach acid in place. This relaxation increases the likelihood of acid reflux, which may not always be felt as heartburn but can still cause micro-awakenings, coughing, or shallow breathing during the night. Acid reflux during sleep can also contribute to inflammation in the respiratory tract, increase mucus production, and disturb oxygen flow, making chocolate a poor choice for seniors looking to protect their sleep quality. The second food to avoid is spicy food. Though spices like cayenne and chili are known to boost metabolism, their effects on sleep are disruptive. Spicy meals increase internal body temperature, while the body naturally needs to cool down to initiate deep sleep. This conflict in temperature regulation can lead to difficulty falling asleep or fragmented sleep throughout the night. For elderly individuals with thinner skin and decreased ability to regulate body temperature, this disruption becomes more pronounced. Beyond temperature, spicy foods also stimulate excess stomach acid. When eaten close to bedtime, this acid can back up into the esophagus, particularly when lying down. This condition, known as gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD, affects many seniors and worsens with age. Even mild spice can cause throat irritation, chest discomfort, and disrupted breathing if reflux occurs while sleeping. Seniors who experience nighttime coughing, wheezing, or a burning sensation may be unaware that their dinner spice is the culprit. Additionally, spicy foods can irritate the stomach lining, especially in individuals with gastritis or peptic ulcers, both of which become more common with age. This irritation, though mild during the day, can worsen at night and lead to cramping, bloating, or a gnawing discomfort that disturbs sleep. Some studies also suggest that capsaicin, the compound that makes chili peppers hot, may interact with nerve receptors responsible for regulating sleep-wake cycles. This effect, though subtle, further complicates sleep quality for older adults. When these two foods, chocolate and spicy meals, are consumed in the evening, the effects are not just limited to sleep disturbances. Over time, chronic sleep disruption in seniors can lead to cognitive decline, elevated blood pressure, reduced immunity, and an increased risk of stroke or heart disease. For those managing chronic conditions like diabetes or arrhythmia, avoiding these sleep-sabotaging foods is a critical step toward protecting overall health and extending quality of life. By being mindful of what's on your plate after sunset, you give your body the chance to rest, recover, and renew overnight, without interruption or unnecessary strain. The third food to avoid before bed is processed meats, especially those high in sodium and preservatives like bacon, sausage, salami, ham, and deli meats. While often convenient and flavorful, these meats pose a hidden danger to seniors when consumed in the evening. Processed meats are loaded with sodium nitrites and preservatives that can increase blood pressure and place additional strain on the cardiovascular system. For aging adults already at risk for hypertension or heart disease, this additional load on the heart can become dangerous, particularly during sleep when the body is in a relaxed state and less equipped to respond quickly to blood pressure spikes. Nighttime is when the body is meant to recover and reset, but when large amounts of sodium enter the bloodstream shortly before sleep, the kidneys must work overtime to manage fluid balance. This effort not only disrupts the body's natural nighttime healing cycle, but also increases the risk of nighttime arrhythmias, fluid retention, and in severe cases, heart attack during sleep. Seniors with existing heart conditions may be especially vulnerable to these late-night cardiovascular stressors. The sodium content in just 2 slices of deli meat can exceed half the recommended daily limit for older adults. Combined with the preservatives and high saturated fat levels, these meats contribute to inflammation and poor circulation. Additionally, processed meats often contain tyramine, an amino acid that stimulates the release of norepinephrine, a hormone that increases alertness. This stimulation can prevent the body from entering deep sleep stages, leaving seniors feeling tired even after a full night in bed. Processed meats also tend to slow down digestion due to their high fat content. Fat-rich foods linger longer in the stomach, and when eaten late in the evening, this delayed digestion can lead to discomfort, indigestion, or acid reflux. Seniors with slower digestive function may notice bloating, nausea, or abdominal pressure when lying down, all of which negatively affect sleep quality. The fourth food to avoid is citrus fruits. While oranges, grapefruits, and lemons are rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, their acidity can be problematic when consumed close to bedtime. Citrus fruits are naturally high in citric acid, which can irritate the lining of the esophagus and stomach, especially in individuals with sensitive digestive systems. When lying down shortly after eating citrus, the acidic juices can more easily flow backward into the esophagus, causing acid reflux or heartburn. For older adults with a weakened lower esophageal sphincter or pre-existing gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, citrus before bed is a guaranteed trigger. Even the natural sugars in citrus fruits can stimulate digestive activity and increase gastric acid production, creating an uncomfortable environment for rest. Citrus may also increase urination frequency, as the high vitamin C content has a diuretic effect. Seniors may find themselves waking multiple times during the night to use the bathroom, further disrupting restorative sleep cycles. Moreover, grapefruit in particular is known to interact with a number of common medications prescribed to seniors, including statins, blood pressure drugs, and certain antidepressants. Eating grapefruit in the evening, when many people take their medications, can unintentionally alter how these drugs are absorbed and metabolized by the body. This can lead to increased side effects, decreased drug effectiveness, or even toxicity in some cases. Beyond the digestive and metabolic effects, citrus fruits also contain compounds that may mildly stimulate the nervous system, leading to increased alertness or delayed melatonin release. For individuals already experiencing age-related sleep disturbances, this added stimulation, even if subtle, can mean the difference between falling asleep easily and lying awake for hours. While citrus fruits are healthy when consumed during the day, they should be avoided in the evening hours. Seniors who enjoy a piece of fruit after dinner would be better off choosing options that are lower in acid and easier on the stomach, such as bananas or cooked apples. Making simple changes to nighttime eating habits can protect heart health, improve digestion, and support deep, uninterrupted sleep. For seniors aiming to stay healthy and independent longer, knowing what not to eat is just as important as knowing what to include in the diet. The fifth food seniors over 65 should avoid before bed is ice cream. While it may seem like a harmless treat or comforting dessert, Ice cream can cause multiple disruptions to sleep and overall health, particularly in older adults. The combination of high sugar, saturated fats, and dairy makes it one of the most problematic late-night foods. When ice cream is eaten close to bedtime, the sugar content causes a sharp spike in blood glucose levels. This triggers a surge of insulin, followed by a rapid drop in blood sugar during the night. These fluctuations can lead to night sweats, restlessness, and early waking, even in those without diabetes. Seniors with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes may experience more pronounced effects, including increased heart rate and nervous system activation during sleep. The high saturated fat content in ice cream also slows digestion significantly. This means the stomach remains active longer than it should, interfering with the body's ability to shift into rest and repair mode. Seniors naturally have slower metabolic rates, and their digestive efficiency declines with age, making the burden of breaking down a fatty food like ice cream even heavier. Another concern is the dairy content. Many older adults develop a degree of lactose intolerance as they age. Even if symptoms are mild, consuming dairy at night can lead to bloating, gas, or stomach cramps that emerge hours later, often in the middle of the night. These discomforts can pull seniors out of deep sleep or prevent them from falling asleep again easily. There's also a neurological angle. Ice cream is often seen as a comfort food, but the high sugar and fat combination can overstimulate the brain's reward system. This stimulation may feel pleasant at first, but it can also delay the natural release of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating the sleep-wake cycle. Seniors who eat ice cream in the evening may find themselves lying awake longer or waking up feeling unrest. The sixth food to avoid is raw onions. While onions are a healthy and flavorful addition to many dishes, consuming them raw, particularly in the evening, can create digestive distress that interferes with restful sleep. Raw onions are known to relax the lower esophageal sphincter, much like citrus and chocolate. This allows stomach acid to creep up into the esophagus more easily, especially when lying down, leading to heartburn, chest discomfort, or a burning throat sensation during the night. For seniors with GERD or sensitive digestion, raw onions are one of the most common yet underestimated triggers. Even if no symptoms are felt while awake, the effects can become noticeable during sleep. Silent reflux, where acid causes damage without the typical burning sensation, can also lead to coughing, hoarseness, or a dry mouth in the morning, all signs that sleep was disturbed by unseen digestive events. Raw onions also contain fermentable carbohydrates, known as FODMAPs. These can cause gas, bloating, and abdominal discomfort due to fermentation in the gut. Seniors with slower intestinal motility are especially prone to these issues. Gas buildup during the night may cause subtle pressure or pain that leads to tossing and turning or waking up prematurely. Another issue is the lingering effect on breath and sinus irritation. Onions contain sulfur compounds that can irritate mucous membranes in sensitive individuals, especially when consumed in large amounts or close to bedtime. This irritation may contribute to postnasal drip, mild sinus inflammation, or even a scratchy throat that disrupts breathing and deep sleep. While onions have many health benefits when cooked and eaten earlier in the day, raw onions before bed are more likely to create discomfort than support health. Seniors who enjoy their flavor should consider using cooked onions instead, which are less acidic and easier to digest. Making mindful choices in the evening isn't about deprivation, it's about protection. By avoiding foods like ice cream and raw onions before sleep, older adults give their bodies the peace and support they need to restore, heal, and function well the next day. The number 7th is dark chocolate. Though often praised for its antioxidants and heart-friendly compounds, dark chocolate carries hidden risks when consumed before bed, especially for seniors. One of the most concerning ingredients is caffeine. While it contains far less than coffee, the caffeine in dark chocolate is still strong enough to disturb the sleep cycle in older adults, whose metabolism naturally slows with age. That after-dinner square might seem harmless, but it can stay active in the system for hours, leading to delayed sleep onset, increased nighttime awakenings, and less restful sleep. What's more, dark chocolate contains theobromine, another natural stimulant. It increases heart rate and creates alertness, not exactly helpful when the body is trying to slow down and relax. This stimulation can be especially disruptive for seniors dealing with mild heart issues, insomnia, or anxiety. A racing heart at bedtime or a sudden jolt of mental energy can turn a peaceful night into a restless one. The sugar content in dark chocolate is also worth noting. Many brands, even those considered healthy, contain added sugars. These sugars cause a spike in blood glucose levels, followed by a drop, which may lead to headaches, sweating, or sudden nighttime wakefulness. Over time, this cycle chips away at overall sleep quality and contributes to fatigue the next morning. Some seniors also find that eating chocolate in the evening triggers cravings or emotional eating. It becomes part of a routine that promotes overindulgence and late-night snacking. This adds strain to the digestive system at a time when it should be powering down. When digestion stays active deep into the night, the body misses its optimal window for cellular repair and recovery. Instead of dark chocolate, a better nighttime option might be a calming, magnesium-rich food like a banana or a small bowl of warm oatmeal. These alternatives help trigger the production of melatonin and serotonin, supporting the body's natural sleep rhythms without overstimulating the system. Now, the number 8th and final food seniors should avoid before bed is aged cheese. Cheddar, Swiss, blue cheese, and Parmesan are among the most common aged cheeses found in refrigerators across the world, but they may be doing more harm than good when eaten late in the day. The problem lies in a compound called tyramine, which forms during the aging process. Tyramine stimulates the release of norepinephrine, a brain chemical that increases alertness and readiness. That's the last thing a senior needs before trying to sleep. As the body ages, it becomes less efficient at breaking down compounds like tyramine. This means the stimulating effects may be even more pronounced in older adults, causing vivid dreams, light sleep, or sudden nighttime wake-ups with no clear explanation. For someone already struggling with fragmented sleep, this can make things significantly worse. Aged cheese is also dense in saturated fats and sodium. Saturated fats take longer to digest, keeping the stomach working long past dinner time. Meanwhile, the high sodium content can contribute to fluid retention and elevated blood pressure during the night. This puts unnecessary strain on the heart and circulatory system when the body is supposed to be in a healing state. Another hidden concern is lactose sensitivity. Even seniors who tolerated dairy for most of their lives can develop mild intolerance with age. Eating cheese at night may result in bloating, gas, or mild indigestion, symptoms that interfere with falling asleep and staying asleep. Choosing a lighter alternative like a small portion of lean turkey, low-fat yogurt, or even herbal tea can help satisfy hunger without the digestive burden. These options also support the production of calming neurotransmitters and create a smoother transition into rest. The foods we choose before bed play a far greater role in health than most people realize. For seniors, these choices become even more critical. A restful night doesn't just affect the next morning. It affects brain function, immunity, emotional balance, and even long-term independence. What's eaten in the final hours of the day can either support healing or quietly sabotage it. By avoiding these hidden disruptors like dark chocolate and aged cheese, seniors can give their bodies the rest they deserve and wake up with the clarity and energy needed to truly enjoy life. Thank you for watching and taking the time to learn how to protect your health, improve your sleep, and keep your body in optimal condition. The foods you choose to eat before bed play a crucial role in your overall well-being, especially as we age. By being mindful of what we consume at night, we can ensure we wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to tackle the day ahead. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on valuable tips and insights to help you thrive in your golden years. Share this video with your loved ones, because knowledge is power, and we all deserve to age gracefully, comfortably, and healthfully. Leave us a comment below if you have any questions or if you'd like to share your own experiences. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, sleep well, and stay healthy.